I think what's abundantly clear is that layoffs are happening this year. Whatever decision we make, layoffs are happening at a large scale, right?
Yes, otherwise we would not be here.
They are absolutely happening, and they're going to be substantial.
You're just hearing there for the first time the city of Denver acknowledging mass layoffs. This at the city's Career Service Board meeting this afternoon, where the board members are now considering new rules for laying off and firing tenured employees.
Denver 7's Brandon Richard shows what the changes will mean going forward and is listening to the community as they voice their frustrations.
Well, last month Mayor Johnston said that layoffs would be likely because of this budget deficit, but today city leaders said those layoffs are not just likely, but they will happen.
They're going to be substantial. I don't know numbers because they don't know.
On Wednesday, Denver city leaders acknowledged that layoffs will occur this year as the city struggles to deal with the projected $250 million budget deficit.
There's no service that we can really cut.
I told y'all, I warned y'all, I said it, I had a conversation with y'all, I said it. I said that every last one of these cities, all of these sanctuary cities, the only reason, look, this is why you don't want to have a socialist mindset, why you don't want to have socialism, that collective tax the rich, distribute everything equally, focus more on a collective bargaining, collectively starting to negotiate and distributing resources, more welfare and all of this stuff. You can't operate like that. It's not sustainable. And so when you see what's happening at all of these big cities and small cities, Denver is going to have an annual budget deficit. And you are going to continuously see cities like this, sanctuary cities, large cities, whatever. They're going to be laying off employees, and people are going to be the ones that pay for the bad decisions and mismanagement of politicians because they don't have a business mindset. The Department of Government Efficiency should exist throughout the United States of America. Everybody should be asking for the Department of Government Efficiency to come into their cities and cut, find out where we got the bloat, cut. And now people are sitting there frustrated. Sanitation, water, electrical, city services. They gonna have to, and you know what they gonna do? They gonna replace you with AI. This is what's gonna happen. Let me tell you how it works. They're gonna start cutting city services. And then they're going to pay people like me that have a big firm that knows to go in and knows how to manage a city effectively. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do something. And it's not going to be me, but it may be somebody like me. They'll go in and they, hey, I got this great company. I can actually save you guys money. Well, how do you save us money? Well, I have this technology that will allow for you to work more efficiently. Natural attrition should be something that you embrace. You don't have to bring people more on board, and that you can then pitch it to your constituents that you're going to avoid layoffs, when in reality, you're just not replacing people while at the same time cutting salaries, this and that, so on and so on. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to make a proposal based off of a company that I have, and then I'm going to leverage AI in order to replace your job. And then the city is going to continue to have natural attrition, and people are going to run away and they're going to leave because of the crime is so high. And then the essential services that you have to have, those are then going to suffer. So when I say essential services, fire, police department, sanitation, those are essential. Police officers is already down. So now they're going to start to have police officers move away from the neighborhoods, and y'all going to have to start self-policing, which then crime raises. But then they're going to be able to pass it through you guys and say, hey, look, crime is actually down. No, it's just underreported because they don't show up, or they're going to do some kind of finesse where they report crime differently, or they recategorize it. So when you compare it against the years before, it's going to say, oh no, crime is down. But the real lived experiences of the people, they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer. I already gave some game inside of the Patreon on AI and how you can leverage it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here. But my point is that, do you see that guy in that Pittsburgh Steelers hat right there? That is going to be you. All you liberals, you see the other guy right there that got his hair with the blonde streak in it? That's you. That's you. That's you. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever.
And 90% of our budget is personnel. So
90% of our budget is personnel. What does that mean? Opportunity to cut jobs. 90% of their budget goes to people. I can go into Denver and run that city like a slick business, Fortune 500 company. I can go in and run Denver like a Fortune 500 company. 90% of the budget. That means of all of the tax resources that y'all pay, these egregious amount of taxes is people. You're giving it to mayors and assistants and city council members and sanitation workers and people that say that they're essential employees and all of that. That is where 90% of the budget goes. So guess what? Guess when they have to keep the budget in line. When they have to fill that $250 million gap, it has to come from that 90%. Hello?
Hey, Anton, Aaron with Huntington Cleaners.
Hey, what's going on, Aaron?
I reset your pin. I don't know if you got to the locker yet.
Okay, the locker is what? Three what? Yep, I got it. I know what it is.
I think it's 0219.
Okay, you reset it to that?
Yeah, and if you can't get it, call me when you're there and I'll put you in.
All right, cool. I appreciate you.
Okay, yep, thank you.
All right, bye. The people got to suffer.
layoffs.
When y'all vote wrong, when y'all make bad decisions, when you think that you're supporting an administration, when y'all out there protesting for illegal migrants and the resources that go to it, you're protesting for your own demise and for your own layoffs and for your own jobs and for your own resources to be used on things that's not best for you.
They say it's too soon
And think about it. The city spent hundreds of millions of dollars on illegal migrants.
to say how many people will be laid off, but they hope to streamline the process when that time comes. And when it comes to determining who gets laid off, the city wants to move away from a system that protects employees who've been with the city for a long time and move towards a merit-based system.
Oh, so you want to start embracing Trump's perspective. When Trump says that, remember, hold on. Wait a minute. Nobody cares about seniority. Nobody cares about diversity, equity, and inclusion. When the money run out, now we got to go merit-based. Okay, wait a minute. Who actually is doing a job that brings resources and that is essential that we need in order to keep the city government running? So wait a minute. When the budget get low, even y'all that protested against Trump, the city that wanted to turn against Trump the most, now y'all want to go into a merit-based system? Say it ain't so. Oh, wait, remember when they was protesting against Trump when he said, hey, listen, Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk, hey, we got to go to a merit-based system, our universities, merit-based systems, government, merit-based systems. Now, all of a sudden, everybody want to go merit-based systems. Wait a minute, it's about the people that actually is good at what they do and is good at their job. It's not based off of what? Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Many longtime city employees and union leaders don't like the proposed rule change.
It is subjective rather than objective, and we see this as a means of eliminating critics, eliminating career rivals, and just advancing people based on the boss's personal opinion of you.
Listen, buddy, I like your Under Armour shirt, all right? I like that fanny pack that you got going on. I like your glasses. It looks like you're working with the beard. This is given 55, 56, 57. You're at the end of your rope, buddy. Time to get a new job. Government jobs were largely for people that wanted to protect themselves and insulate themselves from what usually happens in corporate America. A merit-based system, at-will employees. We don't give a fuck about your union. Time for you to go ahead and hit the unemployment line, big dog. Go and talk to your wife. Don't talk to me. Go and talk to your wife. Don't talk to me. We don't want to hear it. Time to go. Time to hit the unemployment line, big dog. Now he gonna be making a YouTube video talking about, oh my God, they have age discrimination out here. Time to go. If you not valuable, and I know this type of guy. This is a Kamala Harris voter if I've never seen it before in my life.
The city walked back its initial proposal that removed protections for longtime city employees. Now it says seniority can still be considered, but it will be one of many factors in determining who gets laid off.
Instead, they're calling it years of service will be considered along with many other factors in retaining employees, which is completely arbitrary.
The proposed rule change must first be approved by the Career Services Board. They took public comment on Wednesday and will hold a public hearing on July 1st.
Shout out to Denver. Shout out to y'all, and I want to see the mayor address this. I want to see the mayor address this. Yeah. Gig work for you, buddy. Gig work for you, buddy. And I don't like to see people lose their jobs, but at the same time, you get what you voted for. All of these same people was against Trump. All of these same people was out there protesting until it came to your job. Now you feeling some type of way about it. Nope. This is what we've done. This is what we had to deal with in corporate America. We've been dealing with it. At will employee. Nope. But on the bright side, usually when you become unemployed, that's when you start getting into the gym. That's when you start focusing on your well-being, your health. Because you ain't got nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get the money that makes it so hard for you to get out and do the things that you're supposed to do. Now you can start focusing. In between calls, in between Uber Eats, you do some push-ups. Nothing like, it's warm outside. Get out and walk. Spend more time in your car. You needed to make extra money anyway. This car was just sitting in the driveway. Might as well go and make some money with it, right? It is what it is. Hands on your knees.